象だ誰でも叶わない私だけがもう会えないでもずっと笑っていてそれだけでいい
Well, hello everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the next matchup of Finn's All Mode event. Group stage. This is, if I'm not wrong, the second match of a few matches already. One of the first few matches of group stage happening on this fine Saturday. We will be having Team Red Team and Team Blue Team, also known as 5-5 versus Cheese Pizza. We do have another stream happening at the B channel that is linked in stream info, if I'm not wrong, streamed by Epsilon Mayagare on Finn Hazel's Twitch channel. But, well, you're here on the main channel, so there's a reason you're watching this. It might not be streamed, never mind. But let's just get out of the way and take a look at these two teams, shall we? So here's some background info on Team 5-5 first before we go into Team Cheese Pizza. So Team 5-5, we have the captain Crystal, who's really good at everything, almost specifically except for Mania, and they were a former Catch World Cup champions on a few years ago. No Hacks Just Taiwan is a tackle and catch player, so maybe they will be filling in for those competency. Sylphie, is that how I pronounce the name? Hopefully, is a tackle and catch main as well. And Ziquis is a solo Mania player, so most likely they will be coming in just for the Mania map itself. So that's just a rough rundown of each players really quickly. Now for Team Cheese Pizza, we have Tien, who's the team captain as well. Good at Standard and Taiko as their main game mode. Crossbell, we all know him. We all know Crossbell really well. He's good at basically everything, and he's slowly improving in Standard as well. So it may be a differences of lineups depending on set teams and their specialty in terms of skill. Next, we have Ian Pep, who's a Taiko and catch player, and he's also improving at Mania. Last but not least, we have Matcha Latte, who's only good at Mania. But he's really good at Mania, so maybe that balances it out. So, let's get right into the streaming, shall we? We have the players in, and seems like they are starting to roll. Matcha Latte is asking where their good old captain is. Wonder what happened. So here's the rundown of the map pool. We do have mode specific labeled as well. Seems like Team Cheese Pizza's captain is nowhere to be seen. They may need another one of their players to roll, which is completely fine. That is allowed in other tournaments from what I've seen, that captains doesn't really need to roll, even if they're not present, if there's enough players available to play. Honestly, anyone could roll. That's just how the tournaments I've been playing in and staffing in has been. So let's just see what they are going to roll. Crystal, on the other hand, has rolled a 76 points, really high, so it's gonna be a little bit rough to beat that roll count. Or they can just get the same points. I don't know. But anyway, let's go into my theory on what they are possibly going to be protecting or banning or potentially even picking. So judging from the standpoint, both of the teams, it seems like leaning towards both Mania and Taiko slightly, and Catch as a alternative. Since looking at my thread, looking at my statistic that I wrote down, there's always one core Mania players to play the Mania map, and there's always going to be a second one to tank or try to match the accuracy as close as possible. And I'm thinking they may be, both teams, in my opinion, is fairly equal on Taiko. I don't want to talk about Crystal because that guy is just way too strong. And for Team Cheese Pizza, despite having catch players on their team, just the fact that Crystal is there, a former Catch World Cup player, nonetheless, already makes it detrimental that he can basically FC every single thing on the map, catch-wise. So they may be unable to choose catch as an alternative, so they may lean towards Taiko and Mania, or potentially standard as well, but yet again, Crystal's just disgusting. And Team Cheese Pizza rolling in 38, that is not beating Team 5-5. So Team 5-5 will win the roll and be either choosing a first pick or first ban. I'm honestly thinking Cheese Pizza has to ban the catch map. It's most likely, in my opinion, catch or standard for Team Cheese Pizza. For 5-5, I'm leaning towards Mania just because Matcha Latte is there as a core member of playing Mania. The reason why I say this is I personally know Matcha Latte to a certain degree as well. And he has played in the Mania World Cup scene multiple times, and I know what they're capable of, being able to play almost everything. So just having a core member of specific game mode at a high caliber can drastically change anyone's outcome. So Team 5-5 will be choosing to... Is that first pick? It is first pick. So that means they will be banning second, protecting first. Is that protect? I don't know. But what I do know is that... so there's no protects for group stages. My bad. But that means Cheese Pizza will be getting the first ban, while 5-5's getting the second one. Interesting. In the meanwhile, it seems like the other match will not be able to be streamed due to Epsilon having some minor hiccups, but it's okay. This stream is up, so at least it's not completely dead. We do have another match happening at 14 UTC right after this one, so it's at least a back-to-back. We're just waiting for the ref to accept Crystal's first pick. Let me take a... Alright, seems like ref is dying. Wakey wakey. There we go. Ref is awake. Alright, so come on. Ref. Okay. First ban. Thank you. Alright. So first ban will be going to TN's team, which is Cheese Pizza. I actually do like Cheese Pizza a lot, so eat it. Oh, in the lead. Okay. I just saw that. Finn's multi band. We are gonna ignore that. Alright. But let's just wait until Tien decides what to ban. Like I said, Tien's team, in my opinion, is highly leaning towards either catch or standard. More so towards catch just because of Crystal. And sure, I may be glazing Crystal a lot. Not just that, Sylphid and Nohax Just Taiwan is a backup catch player as well. So they're basically matching towards Team Cheese Pizza with the catch. Yep, I was right. CTB Hidden will be banned from the map pool. So we will be getting Team 5-5's next ban. If they are leaning towards banning Mania, it's either the long note pick or the hybrid pick. Oh, actually, no, wait. Maybe the 7 key as well, since Matcha Latte can't play 7 key. I think. Let me do a quick check if Matcha Latte can play 7 key. But I'm pretty sure the answer is no. But yet again, for a high caliber Mania player, they have dabbled with 7 key more or less. So still, maybe it's rough. So yeah, there's two potential bans. It's either long note or hybrid for the 4 key section, since just on the Foggy Caliber itself, obviously it's the easier key mode. Oh, wait, never mind. Tycho DT will be banned instead. That goes out of my theory. Actually, yeah, true. Their team is filled with Tycho players for Team Cheese Pizza. You know what? Fair. And now, Crystal's team will be getting first pick as well. I don't know what they're gonna pick. Maybe Cash to straight off the bat. It's... Let's see. Yeah, in my opinion, if they can pivot on standard alone or Cash alone, it's either one of those two will be picked on Team 5-5, while it's Tycho and Mania on Team Cheese Pizza. It's somewhat balanced actually. Just waiting for the ref now. Anytime. And Crystal. Cash to beat DT, yep. Fury's right. We are getting CTB first pick. Oh boy, that's one way to start. Especially for DTs in my opinion. Since, actually for Cash, it's gonna be a little bit rough for Team Cheese Pizza since, let me take a look at my sheets. I think Crossbell and Ian Pep will be coming in for this, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, now we just have to wait for both players to, both teams to have enough players coming in. Yep, no hacks, just Taiwan coming in, Ian Pep coming in. Crystal is staying in for obvious reason. He's the catch player. The catch player of this tournament, if I'm not wrong. Unless there's any other catch players that has the World Cup title before that I am just not conscious of. That may have been a case, who knows. So we just have to wait now. Usually for armor tournaments, it takes a while to get the appropriate players to come in. That's to be expected. Type that in the chat. There we go, Crossbell is in. Ian Pep and No Hacks just Taiwan has to swap placing though. So both set players will be in the corresponding team side. There we go, finally. So once they are landed, we can start off the match. Once the ref has kicked in the MP start command. We may be getting a second commentator, other than me. Just waiting for the MP start command. Oh, here we go. We have our second commentator. Say hello to No Budget Guy.
All right, hello everybody. I just got back home, so I'm gonna be filling in the second slot for commentary this time. But yeah, we got a catch pick. It looks like it's a DT pick. And
It is the DT pick.
yep. And oh, we already got a miss. Is that a? I think that's a. Okay, I think the first one's quite a miss, but second one was real, I think. Anyway,
Yeah,
Crossbell with
second
the
one
early
seems to
draw.
be real.
It is before the 200 combo mark, so it's not going to be too impactful, but if both players on Team 5-5 are going to be able to FC this, which I think they are one of the stronger catch teams, so they might be able to. And ooh, Crossbell really struggling on this map pick. Ian Pep seems to be holding down the fort just fine, but if Crossbell's misses, it's going to be really difficult to regain the lead, especially with the going back. But oh, no Hex just Taiwan does miss, but Ian Pep going to be trading, so it's not so easy for them to get back in. Crystal still holding on to the combo. I think this is their best catch player, so it is to be expected of them, but Crossbell drops again. It's going to be really, really tough for Cheese Pizza to get this back at this point.
I mean, to be fair, Crystal is the casual cup player here for the team of Team 5-5, so him full comboing this level of caliber, especially at group stage, is not too surprising. Crossbell and Ian Pep still trying to hold down the fort, but the score gap is just slowly widening as Crossbell hasn't hit the combo mark yet, and we're just barely into the halfway section. Crossbell finding another drop and continuously dropping, giving the lead towards Team 5-5 even more.
Yeah, seems like a really targeted pick, like Team 5-5 picking the catch map to start off. And yeah, Crossbell clearly struggling quite a bit on it. So seems like they knew, they did their research, they knew that this would be a strong pick for them, and it looks like it's working. Crossbell going to be dropping it again. And meanwhile, no Hex just Taiwan and Crystal both going to be holding towards this ending section here, and Ian Pep drops right at the end. I don't think there is a way for them to get back into this. 280k separating them, and I just don't think there's enough score left in the map for them to come back.
Yeah, just solely because of both Crystal and No Hacks Just Taiwan. Both of them is, sure, the scarier side of catch. And Crystal just casually V1 double S-ing the map like it's nothing.
Yeah, very good score from Crystal. To be expected of this guy, but I think we knew this would happen from Crystal. But yeah, No Hex Just Taiwan putting up a very strong score as well with just the one miss. It's gonna be gapping Cheese Pizza a little bit in catch. But now we'll be moving on to Cheese Pizza's pick. Let's see how they respond.
From my notes, I'm thinking of them pivoting at least in one of the 4K Mania map, or they pivot in Taiko. What I would like to describe this team as for Team 5-5 is standard and catch abuse, while Team Cheese Pizza is in Taiko and Mania abuse. It's kind of a balance between both of them, but the catch is that for both teams Taiko, it's more or less about the same, with Tien, Crossbell, and Ian Pep, all three of them being able to play Taiko, and No Hacks Just Taiwan, Sylphate, and Zequit being able to play Taiko as well. It's just based on that final slot of who can do better.
Alright, so it seems like a bit of a disparity in terms of the skill sets, but yeah, this should make Cheese Pizza's pick a little bit easier. As you said, it's probably going to be a Mania pick just to set them up well for the rest of the match. Want to get one win under their belt first.
Yeah, maybe. If they are going for the Mania pick, they may go for something one of the more harder ones, just because they have Matcha Latte in the team, who is one of Thailand's Mania World Cup player. So I'm thinking of either longer. Never mind. We're going to have Rice being Burning Star, the 4K Rice pick. So that pick is the accuracy broken jump stream accuracy pick. If they are able to hold their momentum down and having the racial power, they can definitely take this point away. Yep, Matcha Latte coming in straight away, no hesitation.
Yeah, of course, Matcha Latte is their strongest Mania player by a lot. But of course, Crossbell is very good in that department as well. These two make a very strong duo in terms of the Mania performances. From the Team 5-5, I think we'll be seeing Crystal and Sylphate. Actually, no, not Sylphate, sorry, Zequit.
Yeah,
It could be Crystal, Sylphate, or Zig. Could be Crystal or Sylphate in the second slot.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Zequit may be coming in, just from what I'm looking at. Yep, Zequit's here. It's either, for the second slot, is either, like you said, Crystal or Sylphate, since both of them, in my opinion, balances out in terms of Mania scaling. So both of them is interchangeable. I guess it's depending on the skill set. But it seems like we're having Pistol staying. Nope, never mind, he's gone.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be Sophie then, or they just need to debate a little bit about it.
Maybe, yeah. The fact about multi-mode is that there's so many players if you're teamed with is so close in terms of multi-mode skill set, especially in the amateur range where it's much more adherent to see who's better at specific skill set, who's worse at specific skill set. For Mania in this case, maybe Crystal is better at raw accuracy just because of catch alone, so that may be why they are staying.
Yep. We are going to be seeing Crystal fill in that top slot for Team 5-5. Of course, they have a very strong player in Zigwitz for their Mania pick. But I mean, the duo of Matcha Latte and Crust Bell, I think they're just a little bit better. They're a little bit more favored in this matchup. But honestly, it could go either way at this star rating.
Definitely. It's more of if they can hold their ratio differences. Since, honestly, I don't think Zigwitz, Matcha Latte, and Crustbell is gonna have too much issue regarding ratio. It's just more or less if Crystal has the comfort of being able to hit accurately and stop dropping way more 300 count compared to all three players. As I said that, they're already dropping their accuracy, having a 200 count earlier, while all three players seems to be holding comfortably as of now.
Well, it's pretty early in the map, right before the 400 cobble mark. That's where the maximum score for Mania starts to come into play, I think. So,
yeah, it is.
not too large of an impact, but yeah, Crustbell and Matcha Latte, they're already going to be taking the slight lead. And look at Matcha Latte's accuracy, man. This guy is a beast. 99.98%. That ratio is crazy.
This is going to be very common for Mania players that is about 2000 range or 2500 even in terms of global ranking, because they have been honing their accuracy skills since quite a while, and especially if they're tournament players, it's going to be adherent on these kinds of 4-star, 3-star difficulty, that even on Score V2, their ratio is going to be very, very strong, 99.97 or even higher. It depends on set players, obviously, but the score lead is still widening towards Team Cheese Pizza, but both Crystal and Zigwitz still having the full combo, so the score lead isn't going to be switching just as quick.
Yeah, but just as you said that Crystal did drop a 200, it's really looking a little bit tough for 5-5 if we don't see a massive swing like a miss from one of the Cheese Pizza players. But at the rate they're going, I don't think that's going to happen. As you said, a lot of very, very strong Mania players in this tournament, a lot within the top 2500. It's going to be very difficult to overtake them in terms of accuracy, and Matcha Latte is displaying that right now, like nothing but rainbow 300s that we see on his screen, and Crystal, who drops another 200, it's gonna make that lead a little bit wider, just bit by bit.
Yeah, it's just that the fact Crustbell is also able to match against Zigwitz's accuracy even better at this current time, but the fact that Crustbell is able to match one of their core Mania players already says a lot, especially since they have the Mania main. Matcha Latte can only play Mania and Mania only, so I'm suspecting they're just gonna come in for Mania, have the other mode covered by the other players, and that's the end of the second map. As I suspected, points going to Cheese Pizza. Matcha Latte's ratio, yeah.
Yep. 43 300 drops is going to be ridiculous. Look at that, like just
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's normal.
seems like a very strong strategy for them, just having this one player that's very strong at one mode to lock in all their maps for a specific mode is going to be, they can pretty much guarantee the maps on Mania at this point, I think.
Yeah, but with that out of the way, we're going to go into standard double time. In my opinion, the harder standard map in the entire standard pool is the hardest. It's just the hardest for me, since I can't play double time, even though I dabble myself with standard occasionally. This is just hard with all the bursts and a little bit of off timing snaps.
Yeah, I do play quite a bit of speed, and I still found this a little bit difficult because the bursts can get pretty, they can get pretty quick. It is pretty challenging to play this map, but I think Team 5-5 they're gonna be okay since they have one of the OWC players known as Crystal.
Crystal, let's just say Crystal played in Casual Cup, OWC, and very strong at Taiko. Boom.
Yeah,
We don't need to talk about him.
yeah, and of course, because of that, Crystal was also one of our top ranking players for the standard qualifiers. So this guy probably looking to set up better, like one of the best scores on this map. Notably,
Yeah.
didn't place within the top 10 for the qualifier DT, just outside at number 11. But it's gonna be, I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's still shocking he can place that high when there's how many signups? 200 around there? There's about 200 signups of players. That's a lot of people. And from Team Firefly, yeah, Crystal's going to be taking the slot. And not only that, I think Noah Hacks Just Taiwan will be coming in for the second slot. Cuspel, being the multi-mode player as he is, will be coming in for standard, if I'm not staying in, and Tien will also be coming in for the standard pick,
Yeah,
wherever Tien is.
this does look like the lineup for Team 5-5 right now, but I do want to point out that they don't really have that good of a combined DT score. If we take the top two standard DTs for the qualifiers, it would total to about 604,000, which is actually lower than Team Cheese Pizza's total score, which would be about 790,000. So actually, this pick looking like it could be contested by Cheese Pizza pretty strongly.
I guess we'll just have to see where it goes because unlike the Mania map we just saw, a miss on standard will be way more detrimental compared to any other game modes we've seen so far. Yes, including Catch and Taiko. Because standard
if you-
combo scoring is cringe.
Yeah, you miss in the middle of the map, your score gets plummeted down to 600k. It's
Yeah, combo scoring.
very brutal.
But the first drop already happened from No Hack. Tien and Cuspel still holding onto the full combo. I'm just gonna not talk about Crystal since I don't want to see his accuracy, not his performance. So we just talk about the underdogs. Tien and Cuspel holding onto the full combo still. Sure, accuracy drop is there, but as long as they hold the combo, that's everything they need at this kind of map. No Hacks is slowly getting back up his combo. His accuracy is definitely way worse compared to Tien and Cuspel, being the accuracy differences of 6%, even 7 compared to Cuspel. But it is slowly getting back up as time goes on with the map.
Yeah, it looks like Team 5-5's strategy is just to let Crystal FC and hope that their second player can put up a decent score to contest. And so far, No Hacks Just Taiwan actually doing a decent job of holding the combo, but so are Tien and Cuspel holding at slightly lower accuracies than Crystal here, but of course putting up enough of a score to kind of widen the gap a little bit, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and No Hacks Just Taiwan just misses. That is going to increase the score gap a lot more.
It seems like this is not going into Team 5-5's favor instead. Honestly, from what you just said, I was thinking they would choose the Hidden or Hard Rock instead. But both Cuspel and Tien is still holding onto the full combo. I did try and make a replay for this map. I miss every single time, so there, I suck at double time. But Crystal, can you not? God damn it.
Oof.
Oh my god, this player. It's such a big lead towards Cheese Pizza because of second player difficulties. But the fact that Crystal, I don't want to talk about him. He's way too good.
Yeah, it looks like the second player is gonna do them in this time. No Hacks Just Taiwan just unable to put up the type of scores that Crossbell and Tien can combine. So even if Crystal's double S is not gonna be enough, And that's
Yeah.
going to be a break point. Cheese Pizza are going to get the win on 5-5's map pick. And now they get their own map pick. But as you said, their Tycho looks pretty contested. And on top of that, they can only pick a different mode from Mania this time because they picked Mania the first time. Now they're probably going to be picking into Tycho. And
Most
since you said it's
likely,
contested, it's actually possible that 5-5 wins a breakpoint as well.
Let's just say Tycho is the joker of the 4 gamers here, because Tycho can go either way for both teams from what I see on my sheets. So they have to pivot on Tycho, or think they have a chance at standard from that performance and pray that it's the second player issue again. Or they have to pivot on Tycho. That's my theory anyways.
I think they're gonna pick into Tycho, they might pick Hidden or Hard Road. Because they've done like 2 speed picks in a row. Actually no, 3 speed picks in a row, I think. Because they went from DT Cash to Rise into a DT standard map.
You know what, fair.
So it is kind of all speed. They pick into Hidden,
In a
it's a little
sense.
bit of a pace change, kind of catch them off guard. Either that or they're feeling comfortable on the hard road.
Maybe. I'm honestly thinking they may go for Tycho. But the issue is that Tycho is more or less somewhat contested. Not really actually. So we have Tycho Nomad. That's gonna be rough to full combo. It's pretty lengthy as well. Tycho Hard Rock is, in my opinion, pretty easy. Tycho Hidden, it depends on the player's reading capability. Ooh, they're going for standard Hidden instead. The BPM check Hidden pick is the shortest map of the entire pool as well.
I think seeing that the second player had a little bit of reading difficulties on 5-5, that is not the map that he picked.
Wrong map. Wrong game mode. There we go.
Alright, got that fixed. But yeah, seeing that the second player on 5-5 had a bit of reading difficulties. Either reading or tapping, I'm not sure, but... Well, the second player was having a bit of difficulties on standard, so they think that both their players can FC and they can probably beat out 5-5 here. I think using that prior information is going to be pretty strong for them. This could actually be a really good pick.
From what I saw, the second player seemed to have some tapping issue, more or less compared to reading. If it's tapping issue on this hidden pick, just this hidden pick alone, because this has some BPM checks, as in sudden slowdowns, compared to constant 1/4, there is some sudden pause, a extra lengthed out pause when it's in the KI section. So they may be praying that they mess up on the KI section and give them the lead. But yet again, we have Crystal, who's there just as a warning.
Yeah. And to go back to the qualifier results, Crystal had the best score on the standard hidden map, number 1. So
Alright. Okay.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, just a little bit good. I don't know about you.
Yeah. And No Hikes Just Taiwan put up a 200k score as well, so honestly not a bad combined score from them. On the other hand, what is this? Cheese Pizza, they didn't put up as high of a score, but two solid scores on the qualifiers. I think they're just depending on the comfort here, that they'll be able to be more comfortable on this map than No Hacks Just Taiwan, and that they probably both have FCs on this map, or else I can't see why they would pick this.
Yeah, ooh, at the beginning already accuracy check from Crossbell's side. Same with No Hacks Just Taiwan. I mean, to be fair, it is group stage. Oh, Crossbell finding the first drop straight away as we get into the vocal section. Like you said, the qualifier score is something to be taken note of, but since this is group stage, the difficulty compared from qualifiers to group stage, especially in standard, is pretty big in my perspective.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be big, but I think it's still worth taking into account, and I think it's quite indicative here. Crossbell already finding an early miss, and No Hexer's Taiwan actually gonna be able to hold onto the combo this time. And of course, Crystal holding the double S, no problems from him.
The guy's just gonna assess every single standard map and catch map. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna doubt him. He's single. Oh no! Finally, double tapping some. Crossbell finding another drop, widening the lead towards Team 5-5 even more. This is the shortest map, 1 minute 30 seconds. So if No Hacks doesn't find any detrimental drop, he does find one, but it's not as big as Crossbell. They will be taking this point, a break point back to back. Tiding the score 2-2. No Hacks finding one more miss at the end, but that doesn't change anything, as Crossbell's miss is way too comparable, way too much compared to No Hacks.
Yeah. Crystal again gonna be the only double S. This guy is insane. But yeah, No Hexer's Taiwan with a very strong supporting score as well. The team's combined effort is going to put them ahead in this map. They're going to be able to take the break point back to back. And of course, it is back to CTB. Crystal and No Hexer's Taiwan probably going to be staying in for this one.
Yep.
No hesitation at all. Just instantly, I want CTB hard roll. Let's go.
CTB Hard Rock. Just instantly going for the catch. I mean, it makes sense. If said player can play catch and tight and standard to the point of World Cup level, obviously you're gonna choose that. Especially if it's combo game. Especially they're gonna choose that. No hesitation.
Yeah.
Yes. In the meantime, while we are commentating this, the match that was parallel happening to this, which was Team Yusha against Team 20, is currently ongoing. And right now, Team 20 is on the lead 3-1, just winning out on the standard double time pick as well. So that's the info. It's not being streamed, but that's the info for you. CTB Hard Rock, Crossbell and Ian Pep. Ian Pep coming back in for the catch, understandably so. Crossbell really is just showing the reason that he can play all mode here, doesn't he?
Yeah, Crossbell, not quite at the same level as the other players, but he is doing
We don't
his
talk
best.
about him. We don't talk about the replayers or other monsters in this tournament. Him just able to play every single mode to a good level, especially that of above average, is impressive enough, in my opinion. So that's
Yeah.
a good way of being a GOAT. Play every
Yeah.
single thing, except for catch. I'm sorry.
Well, his catch
I can't
isn't
pick
bad, and that's why he's coming in for all these maps. Do note that his main modes are standard and mania though, so this is his like third best mode, and he's still subbing in for the team. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so right now we just have to wait for the ref to do the start command and we can go into the catch map. You can feel free to yap about catch as you are the catch player here. I know nothing of catch, so do talk about it.
But yeah, it is going to be the Hard Rock catch map, and of course, as is the case for all Hard Rock catch maps, it's going to be, I think, the hardest mod in my opinion, because a lot of memory jumps, maybe less so on the platter difficulty. But yeah, the timings can be really tight because the circle size is just decreased in that sense, and it's gonna be a lot harder to hit those jumps that you usually be able to hit.
That does make
Do you
sense.
know this
yeah.
is only around 4.5 star difficulty, so it's not as bad as it could be. But of course, the challenge of reading AR10 as well is going to be presented to some of the slightly weaker catch players. So getting used to that is a bit tough as well.
Yeah, from what I see, currently everyone's holding comfortably. It is just the beginning section, so anything can still happen. But like you said, OD10 on Hard Rock is a challenge to read properly. Crossbell finding the first drop of the of the bunch. Finding another drop. Ian Pep following up, giving the score lead towards Team 5-5 even more. Both players still holding the V1SS.
Yeah, Crossbell and Ian Pep clearly not as comfortable as Nohex, just Taiwan and Crystal on this map. Both of them looking very, very solid, very snappy in their movements. Meanwhile, Crossbell and Ian Pep seems to be just over-dashing a little bit, under-dashing a little bit on some of the patterns. Really, really tough for them. Of course, Harok, as I said, the hardest mod in my opinion, I think in a lot of people's opinions as well, but yeah, clearly the difference in the skill is going to be exacerbated because of this mod, and Noextra's Taiwan and Crystal continue to snowball their lead as they are able to build up the combo. The Crossbow and Ian Pep just keep dropping. 260k points the difference already, and we're almost at the end of this map. There's 1/4 left to go. Ian Pep starting to hold on to some combo and Nohex Taiwan just misses. But Crossbell is going to be trading that out. And of course Crystal is going to be holding on to the double S still. Ian Pep and Crossbell find the double miss. Noextra's Taiwan going to be trading them out, but Crystal is going to be holding solid. I think Crystal is just going to be the one to be the anchor for this team. 5-5, having a solid rock to depend on. The double S going to come through for him again on this map.
How many double S does this make from him? Oh my god.
This guy double.
He's just gonna
this guy's
SS
double
everything.
S every single map so far.
Except for the Mania, yeah. He has
Except for the
SS
Mania,
every
except for the
single
Mania.
thing.
Yeah. It's ridiculous
But-
the kind of performances this guy's putting out.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going into Team Cheese Pizza's pick. They're going for the Mania. We all know. They're choosing Mania.
Yeah, they're choosing Mania, but which one is the big question? Are they going to go
I
7 key?
think. Okay, here's the thing. Matcha Latte, yeah, he is insane on 4 key. I do not know if he has dabbled across 7 key as much. I do, so I can somewhat play 7 key, not to a good level, but I'm thinking it's either the 4 key long note map or the 4 key hybrid map, because Matcha Latte is a long note player, as how Southeast Asian are. There's a stereotype actually in Mania. Oh, they're going for the 7 key instead. Alright, that makes total sense. But like I
Yeah.
said, there's a stereotypes for Southeast Asians, even though we are the home of rice. For Mania, every single Southeast Asian for some reason is good at long notes. And in our terms, noodles. So that contradicts everything. Why? I don't know. It's fun.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, Matcha Latte and Crossbell both have very strong scores. Crossbell and Matcha Latte being number 10 and number 23 in their 7k hybrid scores, respectively. So yeah,
Yeah,
a
that
very,
does
very
make
strong
sense.
7k team. Crystal and Sylphid gonna be the 7k players on their team. Also with some not too bad scores on the map, but nowhere close to what Cheese Pizza has. So I'm gonna be expecting Cheese Pizza to have a very strong upper hand on this map.
But honestly, it feels like another one-sided. But we'll just see how it goes. Since even though Mania doesn't have as big of a combo scaling compared to the other game modes, just finding a drop or two is still detrimental, at least to 2,000 to 3,000 points of difference. Usually that's the borderline for Mania. If it's 3,000 to 4,000 points, it's pretty big already. That's like the rough estimate of 7,000 to 8,000 for Taiko in retrospect.
Yes, miss in Mania is a massive difference, especially since most of the score difference usually comes from just accuracy drops alone. A miss is a massive swing for Mania, so yeah, if they find a single miss, it's going to be a big swing in terms of the score, even if it doesn't look
Yeah.
like it on the score bar.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but it will slowly swing as Mania's combo scaling is at 400 rather than the usual 200 on was it Cash or Taiko? I don't know, I forgot. But the combo scaling is that of 400, which is bigger compared to the other game modes, except for standard, which is just pure combo scaling.
Yeah, I think Taiko also scales to 400. Catch is the one that scales to 200.
I
Oh, but
see.
misses from 3 players already. Ziquid, Sylvan, and Crossbell gonna be dropping a miss. Matcha Latte the only one to hold so far.
Oh no, those are
Oh
client
no,
actually.
those are client misses. We are okay. No misses so far. We are completely fine.
Yeah. But I can
I was
see.
shocked for a
Oh
moment
wait,
of
is that a real
Matcha
miss?
Latte?
Matcha latte?
Is that a miss?
You're the first person I would think to miss. What?
Oh, it looks like a real miss. Matcha Latte is gonna be the first one to drop a miss. But
Yeah,
it looks like
ooh,
the accuracies
Ziquid's
are gonna keep
trading
them in the
it
game
back.
for Ziquid's. Yeah, Ziquid's trading it back is going to put the lead firmly in Cheese Pizza's hands. Even with
Yeah,
the miss from Matcha
however-
Latte, he's still holding on to really good accuracy, and Crossbell, of course, going to be holding down the fort with 99.9%. Very impressive for 7k.
Wait, Crossbell's actually insane at 7k. What? Holy
Yeah.
hell. 99.90% from Crossbell. It's just beating Snoopit by 1%. It's scary to think. Matcha Latte, despite the miss, is still able to hold onto really good accuracy at 99.73%, slowly climbing back up as we enter the KI section, where more rise prominent staircase will be coming in and popping in, making accuracy drops more prominent. Matcha Latte finding more 200s. Same with Ziquid's accuracy drop. Crossbell still holding onto a really strong accuracy. Still is trying to catch back up, but finding some difficulties as well.
Yeah, a few pseudo quadrat patterns are going to be thrown in the middle, but Matcha Latte going to be dropping again, but I don't think it's going to matter because the accuracy difference is so big. The only FC on 5-5 is going to be Sylphid, but his accuracy is down at 99%, and he's going to find a drop. That's going to be massive for Team Cheese Pizza. Matcha Latte going to be trading it back, but at this point, I don't think it matters as much. So now it's pretty much even in terms of the combo scaling.
Yeah, just
But-
because of Crossbell able to play 7 key, I fully didn't know he can be this good at 7 key. My bad. I have done my
Yeah.
research wrong. Crossbell,
The
you're my goat.
FC and really
That
high
ratio,
accuracy.
that ratio from Crossbell is also really good. Same with Matcha Latte, just balancing it out despite missing a lot. It's just enough to keep Sylphid away from beating his score. Just having one anchor on even a singular game mode can change everything.
Yep. Matcha Latte and Crossbell both being very strong Mania players. Some uncharacteristic misses from Matcha Latte, but it's not going to matter because Crossbell is going to be able to find a super high accuracy FC. And it's going to take Cheese Pizza to their third map win.
Yeah, it's tied now, 3-3. They have a few more maps to go. And from Team 5-5, I'm guessing it's the standard again, or they have to pivot and go with Taiko. It's either the Taiko Nomad or Taiko Hidden. Taiko Hard Rock is, in my opinion, the easiest map because I can't play Hidden. I can't play Taiko Hidden. That's why I have a hatred towards Taiko Hidden. So it's either they have to pivot on standard Hard Rock and play that Team Cheese Pizza has a consistency issue, or they try to be a joker and choose one of the Taiko map.
I think they're going to go for one of the standard maps. The DT was a little bit of an outlier, in my opinion. As you said, it may have been a tapping issue from No High Stress Taiwan. But I think the other two maps not going to be posing that much of an issue in terms of that department. So standard looks like the pick from them. Notably, no Taiko maps have been picked yet, so they could be looking towards that as well. But I don't think they want to risk it. I think standard looks like the safer pick from them.
Yeah, we just have to see what they're thinking of. Standard Nomad, in my opinion, is the riskier side they are choosing. Taiko Hidden, yep. I was
Wow.
right. Taiko Hidden. This is going to be interesting since, if I'm not wrong, Crossbell can play this, but I do not know if the other teammates are able to play Hidden, as I didn't do too much of a research. But Taiko Hidden, in retrospect, is, in my opinion, hard, because I can't play Taiko Hidden.
Oh, it looks like Tien is actually going to be the best Taiko player. He's going to be the one to come in for this match.
It does
I think
make
for the-
sense, yeah.
I think he's going to be coming in for the first or second time this match. Well,
If
he's
I'm
in the
not
lobby.
wrong,
And Ian Pep gonna be
the
the second player.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the first time we do not see Crossbell finally. He has finally
Yep.
taken a break.
Crossbell, your service has been appreciated. Tian and Ian Pep gonna be taking over now. And we're gonna be seeing
Yep.
no hacks, just Taiwan and Sylphid coming in for 5-5.
Yeah, they are the Taiko mains in Team 5-5, both No Hacks and Sylphid. There's one thing I'm scared of from Sylphid, and the fact that he's Japanese. That alone says a lot. I don't need to say anything else.
And Japanese Taiko.
If he's Japanese, he's good at Taiko. I don't have to say anything else related.
But yeah, looking at the scores here, I think it's gonna be very, very even. Both teams having super similar scores on all the Taiko maps for the qualifiers, and it's gonna be very, very close. Tian's gonna be matching against No Hacks, just Taiwan. Sylphid's gonna be matching against Ian Pep. So those are the two
So-
main matchups to watch.
Yeah, so this is literally a Joker pick, like I suspected. On the Taiko maps, it's very, how do I say it? On Taiko specifically, for these two matchup anyway, it's a Joker pick, since they always, in these two teams at least, they have good Taiko players that can match each other.
Yeah, and if with these two pairs being so closely matched, it's gonna be a matter of like one or two misses that's gonna swing the lead one way or the other.
Yep.
This is gonna be probably the highest that nerves are gonna be at.
We just have to see how it goes for both teams then, since this is probably going to be the closest one we will get in a while, as in the matchup, rather compared to the more one-sided options we have seen. Sure, upset one or two on the DT on standards, but standards is honestly hit or miss. This one is a 50-50, so we'll see how it goes. Ian Pep does
doesn't
not
have
have
the
hidden.
HD.
Ref.
Is this real or is it just a client thing?
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's just a
client.
thing.
Alright, thank God.
Yep. Oh, those misses are fake. Ignore them. Combo still intact on both sides. Tian and Ian Pep gonna be coming out of the gate with a lot higher accuracies than No Hacks just Taiwan and Sylphid, but it is just the start of the map. Things can swing either way in just an instant, and Ian Pep gonna be dropping a couple hundreds. Gonna be missing a finisher here and there. But Sylphid not holding on to the accuracy as much and gonna be dropping a miss actually. I think that one's real this time. So yeah, accuracy in the dumps and no more combo on the side of Sylphid. Ian Pep, Tian, and No Hacks just Taiwan all holding on to their FCs. At this point, Tian and Ian Pep looking far stronger to combat just No Hacks just Taiwan on his own.
We can see who's the hidden player here. Tian, able to play hidden like it's nothing as of now. Just beating No Hacks by almost, no, by 1% actually. And Ian Pep, despite having accuracy worse than No Hacks, is able to hold onto the full combo just to counter Sylphid, like you just said. This is literally No Hacks versus Tian and Sylphid versus Ian Pep.
Yep. And after the spinner, it's going to be a little bit of a break. All the players now regain their footing, going to be holding on to some solid combos. Sylphid, the only one who has dropped their FC, but recovered nicely after that. Accuracy strongly favoring the side of Cheese Pizza though.
Yeah, even just, it's actually a big margin of accuracy, and the score lead is slowly widening as well as we are approaching 60,000 on the Ki section. Just because Sylphid doesn't have the combo cap at 400 yet. And the accuracy differences between Sylphid and Ian Pep is slowly growing. Sure, Sylphid is getting his accuracy back up slowly, but due to the miss, that seals it. It's another break point for Team Cheese Pizza getting their 4th point. Ian Pep finding a miss at the end, but that doesn't change.
I don't think
much
there's enough on the map.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
there's
too
enough,
late.
but it's slowly crawling back. bit by
It's
bit.
too late. Yeah,
Oof,
just
too late.
the fact that the score lead was 50,000 as we were entering the end already seals it. Especially if Tien was holding onto as the anchor, beating out No Hacks in terms of accuracy.
But yeah, like I mentioned at the start, very close scores in these matchups. Tian and Nohex versus Taiwan, pretty much equaling each other. Sylphid and Ian Pep as well. But of course, Tian and Ian Pep gonna be outperforming their adversaries by just a little bit this time. Gonna be taking home the break point, and now it's their pick.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking they have to pivot on maybe Tycho again, since from the hidden performances from both Tien and Ian Pep, they may think of themselves having more confidence in choosing Tycho now, or they want to be a little bit scary and choose standard Nomad despite knowing Crystal is available.
I think the standards are looking they're looking very iffy for them. I'm not sure why 5-5 didn't pick into the standards. And similarly, I would be shocked if Cheese Pizza did do that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly expecting them to pick into another Tycho map.
We just have to see what they are choosing. I'm highly thinking Tycho Hard Rock just because it's, in my opinion, the easiest map on the Tycho map pool. Tycho Nomad is ridiculously long, so in terms of consistency wise, if they find issue on that, they can't choose it. It's either they have never mind, they are being confident. Tycho Nomad.
Yep. If they have two players that are just able to FC, especially on the hidden just now, I think the Nomad gonna be posing a similar challenge, I guess. It's just consistency without the hidden modifier. But without the hidden modifier is a pretty big change. Makes the reading that much easier. And especially if you're not a hidden player, this is going to be a much easier map, but of course the length and the consistency required is going to be a lot different.
So we just have to see what both players can fare up. From the match, from the Tycho Hidden earlier, like I suspect, maybe it's going to be No Hacks against Tien again, and Sylphid versus Ian Pep to see who can hold onto the combo and accuracy longer compared to the other team.
Yeah, Tien and No Hacks probably gonna be able to FC this map, since I think they did do that in the qualifiers. So eyes on Sylphid versus Ian Pep, I think. That's gonna be where the main battle is gonna be happening.
Yeah.
But this time it is on the Nomad, maybe Sylphid gonna be finding a bit more comfort on this pick.
But for now, we just have to wait for... Oh, hold on. Mod check? Seems like one of the members from Team 5-5 has left. Seems like Sylphid did. Wonder what happened.
Yeah, not sure. Sylphid should be the player that's coming in for this map.
We just have to see what happens.
It could be Crystal. Because Crystal is also not bad at Tycho.
Yeah. Crystal is not bad at Tycho, so maybe Crystal will be coming in, or Sylphid had a slight issue. We just have to see.
Oh, Sylphid's back. Yep. So, I think this is the rosters locked in. Yep, GLE in the chat, and looks like this map is gonna be starting real soon.
Yep, here we go. Let's see how it goes. Like I said, Tycho is the Joker of the mode, so anything can happen.
Yep. Remember the previous map? the margins that he won by were very, very small. And it's back over to another consistency pick. It could go the other way this time. A few accuracy drops on the side of... on both players' sides actually. Tian
Yeah.
gonna be
Oh,
dropping
Ian
a bit,
Pep.
and Ian
Finding the
Pep,
first drop.
yeah, gonna be caught out a little bit by a little bit of tech. And gonna be dropping again on the finisher. It's gonna be a big score swing to the side of 5-5.
Yeah, possibly mind thought on Tycho. I mean, for me, ooh, more drops, maybe misread on the section. I have no idea what's happening, but Ian Pep has to lock in now and be consistent, especially when we are coming into the KI section where it's the hardest.
Oh, should be dropping on...
Ooh, more drop.
Yeah, just caught off guards by the less conventional patterns, the doubles and the... I think those are 1/8s. So, yeah, really tough for the side of Ian Pep. Gonna be dropping combo all over the place. Tian Silphid and No Hex just Taiwan gonna be holding on to their FCs. But Tian gonna be fighting a 1v2 here. Ian Pep needs to get back to the combo scaling. Needs to get back to 400 combo as fast as he can. And that means no more breaks starting from here on. So far he's doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
We have to pray that Silphid may get some accuracy drop or find as enough break compared to Ian Pep. But as I say that Ian Pep finds more breaks, seems like the consistency map is not treating him fairly compared to the hidden map that was played earlier. I'm thinking it may be the misread from transitioning hidden into Nomad, especially these are way slower compared to the hidden map we just played in terms of scroll speed. So maybe that has him with the reading issue.
Yeah, definitely. The SV could be catching him a little bit off guard here. Not sure what's going on, but clearly not as prepared for this as opposed to the hidden pick. Oh, a little bit of client farting here, but yeah, Silphid definitely a lot stronger on the no more than the hidden. Holding on to a very solid FC here. A few accuracy misses, but not as big as what Ian Pep has dropped. It's gonna be a miss from him again. And right now Tian is holding on to the FC, but it is just barely combating No Hex. He does have the highest score in the lobby, but that by itself is not enough with Ian Pep trailing behind in terms of the combo. Entering
I'm
the
not
final section
wrong.
here.
Oh dear me, the hit sound. There goes the
Panic
client.
button. Hello, client?
Oh, where did the end go? He's
Oh,
gone.
Tian's gone. Oh no.
Wow, he's just fully gone. All right.
Oh.
I mean, it seems very sided towards Team 5-5 in the first place, so I don't think it mattered much. Tian was just able to hold alongside with no hacks, but the fact that Ian Pep has been dropping substantially more compared to Silphid basically seals the deal. And now we are on to 4-4. Team Cheese Pizza has one more pick up their sleeve. And in this tournament, yes, we have a tie, being 5-5. So Team Cheese Pizza has one last pick alongside Team 5-5 as well. Tian just died. All right.
It seems like he DC'd in the middle of the map. A bit unfortunate,
That
but I don't think it would have
may
made a
have happened.
difference. Even if he double dashed, I think the score difference was too big already. I think either way that would have been a win for 5-5.
Yeah, but we're going into Team 5-5's pick now as well.
Yeah, and this is undoubtedly gonna be the catch no mod. Alright, Sport 4 ref has phoned it in. We are at a tie. I think we're almost certainly gonna be seeing Days. Just show us the CTV
Very
robot.
close.
Not sure why they're taking so long to pick it.
No idea.
There it is.
CTB no mod. There we go. I think, yeah, one-sided in my opinion for CTB because of Crystal. But after this, I'm guessing Team Cheese Pizza is going straight back into the Mania map.
Yep.
This may be
Pretty
a
much.
tie.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed picks from both teams unless we see something really drastic like Crystal dropping a miss on CTV, like Matcha Latte having a massive brain fart on the Manias. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. But you never know. It's also anything can happen. Nose can get to people. And it seems like there's some tech issues going on right now in terms of the players. I'm not sure who's having the tech issues, but it seems like a lot of people. They
Crystal
might
is
be
seeing everyone stuck. Tien had a
Yeah.
disconnect, so wonder what's
Yeah.
happening with Bancho.
everybody might be stuck inside the waiting screen.
Are they in limbo? They may be
Yeah, they
trapped
might be in
limbo.
limbo. Might have to restart the lobby in that case, which is gonna mess a lot of things up. It's gonna take quite a bit of time.
Yeah, especially on the staffing side. We usually would not do that. But
Okay, we see the map getting selected. That's a good sign.
good sign. Are we out of limbo? Please. No more limbo. Huge.
Alright. I think as long as the players leave the lobby, they should be okay.
Yeah, we see Crossbell coming back in. Crystal coming back in as well.
Yeah. Ref has already announced the results for the previous map, so I don't think that one can be changed anymore. And yeah, it looks like that's gonna be the end of that. No Hex and Crystal back into the lobby. Crossbell and Ian Pep staying in. The CTB pick coming through for 5-5. But yeah, I think this is probably the easiest map in terms of all the rest of the pool. It is just about the consistency and holding on to your nerves. We might be seeing Crystal SS this one as well. But I think what we need to see here is Crossbell and Ian Pep holding on to FCs and possibly a miss from No Hacks. That's what they're
Yeah.
gonna need in order to win this map. But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
consistency map. It's entirely possible for that to happen.
Consistency map aside, let's ignore Crystal. He's gonna SS. This really pivots on if both Crossbell and Ian Pep can hold onto the full combo and play No Hats is able to miss, so it may possibly swing it to the other side.
Yeah, but do note that this is a rain map, so they're gonna be seeing a lot more hyper dash. Which, I mean, if you're comfortable with CTB, it's not gonna be that big of a change compared to the hard rope. Not gonna be too much different. In fact, maybe a bit easier, but it is going to throw a few players for a loop. Okay, looks like the tech issues are all resolved. We're gonna be able to get into this map. We're locked and loaded. Let's see this happen. No Hacks and Crystal versus Crossbow and Ian Pep. CTB no mod 1, let's go.
Yeah, you are the CTB main. What does this No More One has in store for us, I wonder?
Yep. And as you can see, just a lot of hyper dashes. The jumps aren't too difficult to hit, but it can still mess up if you're not familiar with the hyper dashing. But it looks like all these players are familiar, so this is just going to be a matter of nerves and maybe a bit of RNG. And I think I did mention during the map pool showcase actually that this could end up being an RNG pick. Just a matter of who gets a better spinner. Because this is a very accessible map. Yeah, seeing from all the players
it's
right
a
now.
battle. Ooh,
Ooh,
Crossbell
Crossbell gonna be finding a draw.
at 300 combo as well. So that's gonna put a dent into the banner score lead. Ian Pep finding the next drop right after Crossbell, giving the lead towards Team 5-5 now. Both of said players still holding the V1SS.
Yeah,
Okay.
really rough. Both players getting a bit antsy, moving a bit too early. Just gonna be dropping their score after the 300 combo mark from both players as well. So it is going to be messing up their score. And they are going to be coming back. Oh, Ian Pep misses the Hyper Dash fruit. That is going to be a massive drop from them.
Yeah,
The
giving the
score
score
just
lead even
continues to
further.
snowball. Crossbell finds another miss. This is starting to look very dire for Team Cheese Pizza.
This is one of the more lengthy map as well, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Both No Hacks and Crystal still holding onto the V1SS full combo. Ian Pep and Crossbell is slowly building up back to the 200 combo mark. They have to build it back up quick to stop the combo lead from growing ever slightly, but Crossbell finding another drop. Score lead is to 130,000 soon, and it's continuing to grow. I'm pretty sure this is most likely going into 5-5 side. I don't want to say anything, but just looking at the situation, you can't be helped but be biased towards who may be winning on this pick.
Yeah, definitely. Can't help but be extremely pessimistic in terms of Cheese Pizza's chances here. The difference in the comfort level is really showing in terms of how snappy the movement is and in terms of the timings that they're taking the jumps on. No Hex, just Taiwan and Crystal both having double S's at this juncture. Ian Pep and Crossbell falling further and further behind. I don't think there's a way back into this map for them. Crystal and No Hex both just way too strong on this map. The consistency really showing on their end. And look at that, double S's on both sides. Actually, no Hex, just Taiwan did miss a droplet somewhere, but I don't think that's going to be that much of a problem for them. Ian Pep
Not
and
gonna change
Crossbell,
anything at all for the score lead.
yeah, Ian Pep and Crossbell just unable to gather their bearings, unable to put strong score back together. It's gonna be a very massively one-sided pick for them. 278k points to score lead, and
Yeah,
it goes in
with
favor
that-
to 5-5.
Yeah,
Double S
with
for
that,
Crystal again.
it's back. It's back to Cheese Pizza's pick, and guess what? They have the Mania option available as they chose this. Was this the standard? No, the Tycho No mod earlier. So, Cheese Pizza, I'm very sure they're going for Mania. If they don't, it's very scary on the leftover maps. It's either the Mania long node or hybrid left, but yet again, yeah, Matcha Latte's in the lobby.
Yep.
We know
I
what's
think
gonna
we
be
know where
picked.
this is going.
Yeah, what game are we choosing?
I think a more fun question to discuss would be which pick they choose, because they have the option of hybrid or long nodes.
I'm thinking of long node because Matcha Latte is a long node lane. But yet again, the hybrid pick for this is very long node heavy as well. I guess it really depends on if Crossbell can hit 1/6 of snapped long nodes. If they can't, they have to pivot on the physicality of long node, of 4-key long node compared to the hybrid. Because
Yeah,
like
they're
I said
definitely-
go ahead.
Yeah, they're definitely looking at Crossbell's score for this one. They want to see how comfortable Crossbell is, because Matcha Latte is probably gonna
He's
be
comfortable
doing
at
well.
both.
Yeah, he's definitely doing well for both maps. They just want to make
But-
sure Crossbell gets the highest score he can.
Yeah, like I said in the showcase of the map pool last week, I did mention that for the 4-key long node, it's more towards release. Yep, it's going into the long node release. And 4-key hybrid is more towards off-snap long nodes release, which is very unconventional and awkward for players at around 5,000 range, which is Crossbell. For long node, for 4-key long node, it's more straightforward and mostly 1/4 snapping. So it's possible that he can do better at the long node more.
Yep.
Oh, it seems like our our parallel match just ended with a tie, 5-5. Team Yusha versus Team 20 ended up in a tie. The last map that was chosen is, let me take a look real quick on the match feed. The last pick was Forky Rice Burning Star. They ended in a tie. Whew. What a match. And we are potentially seeing another tie for this matchup.
Yeah, Crystal already calling that it's a tie. He is not fond of their chances in this map.
And it seems
And-
like Ziquis also has to go now.
Yeah, I can't blame him. It's a without Ziquid in for the Mania pick, it's a lot rougher for them. Probably gonna have Crystal and Sylphid come in, but I don't fancy their chances over Matcha Latte and Crossbell.
Yeah, it's always the one anchor that makes everything different. If there's
Yeah.
one insanely good anchor player, everything will be changed with just a snap.
Yeah, and not only that, Crossbell also a very strong Mania player. I think Cheese Pizza are probably one of the strongest Mania teams in this tournament. So definitely gonna be wary of them. And in terms of this map, since Spy5 don't have their best Mania player, I think it's gonna be a little rough on their end.
Yeah, in the meantime, we do have another match happening at this moment. It happened at, if I'm not wrong, 14 UTC, but this match is taking too long, so we can't transition into that. We'll transition into that later on the second Twitch channel at Finn Hazel's Twitch channel, but we will be having Mono Mono Machine versus Lover Sadistic Magic on Finn Hazel's channel right now. And their first pick is the Forky Rice map Burning Star. Pavin's in the team, so I know who's winning that, but still, goddamn.
I mean, you never know. This team had Crystal in it, and they are still
True.
looking at it high. I think a lot of teams are gonna be very evenly matched for this event, and that's the beauty of it, really.
Yeah, for multi-mode tournament, it's more exciting to see who has the upper hand just from one player disadvantage. For example, second player issue, third player issue, depending on the team versus size they are allowing. It can change everything if there's just one player that can't play well at a game mode and there's an insanely good anchor. And right at the beginning, we're already seeing Sylphid finding drops on the long note pick, and more drops as Crossbell and Matcha Latte is sleeping on it. Alright, Matcha Latte.
Matcha Latte is just going ham on this map. Crossbell also doing not bad himself, 99.3%, and gonna be dropping a little bit of accuracy, but Sylphid is gonna be dropping a ton of misses. Expect
Yeah,
that since he
Sylphid
isn't their
and
Mania
Crystal.
player, may not have as much practice on this map as the other players.
I mean,
And
from
Crystal gonna be
playtesting
finding a miss as
this-
well.
Yeah, when I playtested this, I was questioning the difficulty because I may think it's a little bit too difficult to be in the pool. For Burning Star, I felt appropriate, but for the long note and hybrid, I felt as it's a little bit harder. Well, comparably harder compared to the Rice map. So, you know what? Sure, why not? The score lead
Yeah.
is 140,000. Yeah, we don't have to say anything. It's a tie.
Yeah.
But
3.6
still.
stars long node at this stage is maybe a little bit high in my opinion. But
Oh
that's
no,
just,
Mania
that's just
Star
me as
reading
a-
is just broken.
Yeah, I feel like long nodes are usually way underrated in terms of their star rating.
It
So if you see a
definitely is.
3.6 star long node, it's probably like 4.5.
It also
Maybe
depends
not
on
that
how
high, but
it
like
is
something
mapped.
like that.
For Mania Long Node, there's multiple instances that it inflates the star rating from the playing difficulty that should be 5-star all the way to 7-star just because of long node inflation with said abusement of pattern. But that mostly comes with density. If you are mapping to off-sync snappings of long node, as in coordination of release, the star rating is gonna be really, really low. It's broken. I don't know why it's broken. Why, Peppy?
Well, it's just gonna be issues when you have a machine doing the star ratings instead of like individuals like every individual person going to set a star rating for each map. I mean, that's just impossible to do. So the
yeah,
game
it
just
is.
gives these approximations, and these approximations are sometimes wrong. That's going to be happening for this map, I think. And we see Matcha
Yep.
Latte and Crossbell handily taking it, 1.9 million versus 1.66. I think that was pretty much a
tie.
done deal when the map was selected. It's gonna be a
Yep.
tie.
996 from Matcha Latte as well with 200 count. That ratio is ridiculously good, as expected from Matcha Latte being the Mania World Cup player. And that will be the first match from Group C as well, ending up in a tie.
Yeah, maybe a little bit unexpected for some of us, but of course a welcome surprise, definitely. We
Yep.
see another close
But
match come to a close, and
two close match back to back, actually. Both of these match happened at the same time.
yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, with that out of the way, I think that will be the end of this stream, as we will be hopping into the secondary stream happening at Finn Hazel's Twitch channel. So, you know, like usual, I'll do the official sign out before we hop back into the stream that is happening. So it has been I, Adam Yuki, also known as Adam Ackerville, signing off for this side. Anything else to say? No budget guy before we hop into stream number B.
Nope, nothing on my end. I think it was just a really good match, and hopefully the rest of the matches this weekend are going to be similarly exciting.
Yeah.
Right, see you
that
guys
out of the
on
way,
stream B.
See you guys on stream B. Yep. Pick another stream. English.
Bye.
Goodbye.